different for a man keeping your kids than a woman, especially if you got a little girl.
And Auntie Jean dropped them off to him, so you know we was good.
And I was about to rub that booty. But
you know what's it up.
But she came, and the first day she came, she was getting dressed for school, and she taking her time, and she doing her hair, getting all that shit together and stuff. She had like a little skirt on, and she had her little socks to come up to her knees with her little skirt and all of that. She want to wear a skirt every day, so I was laughing. I say, "You wear skirts to school?" She like, "Yeah, I like to dress like this." I was like, "Yeah, cause you sweet. I'm just letting you know." But I ain't used to that. You know, my girls was tomboys.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's
as they got older, that's when they started. Like my youngest, Lily, she's about to be 13, June 11th. Shout out to my baby.
Hey, Lily.
She is just now getting over the big sweater, big hoodie,
covering herself up. She want to show her little body a little bit.
It's like,
better put that shit up, B.
Booty, what the fuck?
What we doing?
But yeah, so it was just different.
She is a girly girl, and she take after her father, and that's not a disrespect to my husband.
Because he like to be sweet. That's
no, because because you know Kel's gonna match you from the hat to the shirt to the pants to the shoes. Okay, so that's KK. And all I try to do is just shell out the money she asking for, and I will say this, shout out to my daughter. She has a whole nail shop at school that she does during recess every week. That's sweet. She brings home about $100 a week.
Every day I'm
Listen. So I feel like I'm doing okay because she is picking up the entrepreneurship from her mother. Yeah. So I appreciate her. Ain't that a blessing? So we're moving on. The blue dress, though, I'm mad that the elders didn't show up and say, this is not what we doing. But, you know, when it comes to the twins and their prom, that's not what's happening.
Somebody there felt like that, though.
Oh, for sure. And they just didn't say it. Yeah. And you could, like I said, you could tell from how she was tugging. This is not what she wasn't really comfortable.
Ain't nobody want to ruin her day. But
so they just was like, fuck it, go ahead. But it was like, it's just like, you remember that green dress J-Lo wore on the Grammys? And it was cut, and then it was like, it was
like no
it was green, it was like a little, yeah. So with that outfit being J-Lo's, it was very strategic and very double-sided tape, and she was comfortable. This baby wasn't comfortable.
And she wasn't a baby.
She was a grown-ass woman fucking with Diddy.
She might have been
Shout out to Young Miami.
She might have been 40 doing that.
Young Miami, I'm coming for you on my next podcast because I'm so irritated with you. Like, why are you even...
Let that girl live.
No, why are you even coming at this girl? She is nothing. Okay, but it's cool. We'll talk. So, this was a question that popped up on Facebook this week. If a female got 5 kids, okay, so here we go. And I already know you, and I know you in my spirit, so this is the picture I showed you that you was like, I don't know what that is, sweets. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you remember the picture? Do you want me to show you the picture again?
One more time.
Okay, I'm going to show you after I say it.
Okay.
So if a female got 5 kids, and they have different daddies, one of the kids called a father.
Oh, I see that. You're right.
Okay, to bring some Taco Bell. And he brought it only for his child. Is he wrong for not buying Taco Bell for his baby mama of the kids? Now, before you go, I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to say my part. Because go ahead.
Now, see, me.
Go ahead.
I'm all about the kids. Man.
You are.
I'm all about the kids. They're just like if I bring my nephews over here, I'm not about to have McDonald's for them. And then they come and eat in your kid's face. I'm going to bring stuff for all the kids. What he should have did, if that's what he felt like he wanted to do, you get that kid, you pull that kid in the car. Y'all eat in the car, y'all spin the fucking block.
Shout out to us.
Spin the block. Let that kid eat in the car. You enjoy your time, and then you come back to the house. You don't play them kids. You don't throw that shit in their face.
For sure.
That ain't cool. But on the same token, do we owe them kids anything? No. But it's like, come on, have some type of morals or some type of, anything. Like, we don't want to play the kids. We don't want the kids to, can I get a fry? Can I, you know what I'm saying? And, oh, my daddy bought this for me. He didn't get this for you. Shit like that. Like,
okay,
that ain't
let me tell you what I said. Okay, because it was a debate. People was coming for me because I was basically the first person that commented on the status. Okay, so I said I'm gonna play devil's advocate. he doing that to spite the mother. That was what I said.
I believe so.
I said probably because of their relationship. I said, but those are still his brothers, and you don't want them to be jealous of each other, especially something like food. Yeah. If you want a Taco Bell, bring it and grab her hot and ready for the babies. Because you know, if they're calling for food, 9 times out of 10, they are hungry. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So then, my homeboy was like, I totally understand your response, but we don't know the man's circumstances. What if he only had enough to get his son food? Yeah. What if he didn't have enough to feed himself? So basically, he can't feed everyone, don't feed his own son. I said, no. I'm saying in a perfect situation. I'm not saying in a situation where you under. Right. Yeah. In a perfect situation, he has an extra money. He should do X, Y, and Z. If he can't, but if he can, do that because that's ball. So somebody came for me. Ooh. They say sweet.
Who the fuck came for sweet?
They said, despite my circumstances, I will actually file for custody of my son. This is where we went to it. If the other kid is that hungry, then I can't just buy my son food without it being a big deal. Then something wrong on the mother's account. So why is it his fault that the mother isn't doing her job and staying on the other forefathers? So he's a deadbeat dad because he didn't buy food for 4 other kids that's not his, but he's taking care of his one. Nope, not me. With expensive food question if he picked up his child and took him to a ball game, was he supposed to take the rest? Yeah. I think it only applies if the mother and father are together. So, my response. You missed my entire point. Mm-hmm. Respectfully. Because I don't want to go back and forth with anybody. Right. If you have kids, you know that kids can have they could have just eaten 20 minutes ago. And you pull up with McDonald's, they want some. Okay? For sure. Never said it was his responsibility. I said those are his brothers. So why sit and eat in front of them? That's petty as fuck. Yeah. Okay? So I said also, if my child called and asked for something, I would bring it. But I will also grab a little pizza, $5 for his brothers, because there's no need to cause jealousy. Yeah. I won't want my son to grow up thinking he better than his brothers and sisters. Mm-hmm. And just because the kids were hungry one day doesn't mean she should lose custody. Right. It could be a whole lot of factors is the reason why they haven't ate yet. Yeah. So I myself will want a positive outcome on all ends. And if it's something I want to personally do for my child, I will take them away. And come back.
Same shit I just said, yeah.
Why create an environment of hate and jealousy instead of sharing and caring and love? Love, and love.
Yes, take a shot.
A hot and ready is $5. It won't kill your pockets. Mm-hmm. So that was my response.
I agree with you totally, and I was in that. Take a shot too.
You see my hand in my.
I was in that situation, but it never was a big deal that my baby mama brought it to me, but I seen it. Mm-hmm. Because this when I was a guy in the streets, and my daughter still look at me like I'm fucking Pablo or something.
Not Pablo.
Shout out to Pablo.
Not Pablo.
When I was in the streets, I wish I'd have knew you. But my daughters used to look at me like I was Pablo or something, man. And because when it was time to buy shoes and clothes and this and that, I'ma just go, okay, about to go to the mall. We get you like 4 pair of shoes. Boom. Okay. Get you together. Get you like 15 outfits. Boom. This you just started school with, or whatever the case is. However I'm doing. If it's whatever I'm doing, I'm kind of overdoing it.
Right.
And my baby mama got 3 kids. She got
3 other kids other than you?
She got 1 kid by me, 2 kids
by somebody else. Okay.
Now, I still have a relationship with those kids. Okay. We all stayed in the same house. You know
so they were older than.
They were older than.
Okay, go ahead. All right, okay.
So I was bringing this stuff, and I was seeing her brothers and sisters like, oh, you got some Jordans on,
right?
You got this and that, and I seen their faces. So I did kind of decrease what I was getting my daughter and sacrifice and got them something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it might not have been 4 pair of shoes I'm bringing. I might bring 2 and get them 1 each. Mm-hmm. Because
some K-Swiss and some shit. No, I'm talking shit. I'm talking shit.
But it was just me, you know what I'm saying, because of the type of person that I am. And I could afford it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, it's not like that. Even if they can't afford it, they don't give a fuck.
Because fuck you.
Kids, man.
For sure.
The kid is innocent. What they do? They don't do nothing to nobody.
They just here.
Yeah. So it's like, you know. I see it from both angles, but I see like if you just doing, like why wouldn't you give back? That's just like giving back. You're gonna get the blessings back.
And that's how I feel. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it is the man's responsibility, but I will say this: I have been in a situation with my husband and his situations, and I'll just say it like that because I know you listening. But my thing is, it was a situation where somebody couldn't purchase uniforms for their child. Okay? And
it'd be tough for everybody.
And it do. And when I first met my husband, I didn't have no kids. I didn't have no extra kids. I didn't have no bonus. I didn't have nothing. It was just me.
No baggage.
No baggage at all. So my money was all mine. Fuck them kids. What they say, fuckthemkids.com. But I love, take a shot.
Yes.
So I went and bought uniforms for this person and brought it to the house. And did she ever say thank you? No. I brought it to him. I said, can you check to see if she can fit these so we can make sure she good before I dip on out?
Right.
And she looked at him. She's like, this is fine. Whatever. And I said, okay, well, I just want to make sure. I said, well, I brought her 4 pairs and some shirts. So she should be good for the start off or whatever.
Yeah.
And so as the year went on, because of course, you need to, when you buy uniforms, you got to buy the first set and the second set. So if they on 10s at the first set, they on 12s by the second set because they growing like wild. They growing like weeds.
Them boys out there.
Do you hear what I'm saying? So when I seen this baby, let's say I bought this stuff in August, September. Let's say this is March. This baby's still wearing the same stuff I bought from whatever.
Oh, that's
you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
But it's cool because that's the love I have for my husband. So I'm out here for him.
Come on, another shot.
Love and love and love. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny to me when you have situations where people can sit up on their high horses and feel like they can, I ain't even gonna go there. Bless your heart, tink tink. I'm gonna just move on past it.
Hold on, let me say this. Let me say one thing. Like when we say the giving shit out or doing different things for people, you receive them blessings. One thing I can say, I never had a problem with that with my kids. I got 2 baby mamas, 3 now because I got a baby on the way.
Okay.
But
you got a baby on the way?
Yes.
Did you tell the viewers that?
6 months in, having a little boy, M3, Mike the third.
Mike the third. Oh, he ain't gonna be about shit. No.
Had to do it 3 times to make shows. All right. But yeah, so my youngest little girl mother, she knew my child, my oldest little girl, since she was about 10 months old.
Okay.
Stepped in, played the mother role to the T. We have been broken up for years.
Okay. When you say years, 1 or 2?
No, 6.
Okay. Here we go.
Still there for Desiree.
Okay. Oh, we dropping names. Okay, go ahead, baby.
For my daughter, Desiree is my daughter.
Okay.
Still there for her. Been there for her.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's like I've always had that level of respect for her. And even when it's time to like school shopping or whatever, because I get shit for my daughter, she get shit for our daughter together, our youngest little girl. But she be like, okay, so what you got going on for Desiree? Because I go half on this, or I just get this for her, or I get this the money to her because she old enough to do this now. She's still a factor. Yeah. My daughter's mother just got married Saturday to a whole other man.
Did you go to the wedding?
No, I didn't go.
Why? Because you were ex?
No.
Are we talking about that?
I wanted to go.
Because I would love to talk about exes going to weddings.
Man, I wanted to go.
I would love to talk about exes going to weddings.
Me and her relationship, she full of shit. Me and her relationship so tight, she did invite me. She did invite Lex. But I didn't want to come.
Oh, she invited you and Lex?
Yes.
That's a blessing.
I didn't want to come and
because
be looking
like it's
about to be funny or something shit like that. So I didn't go on.
So hold on. So let's do a side note. So you understand the dynamic as being an ex. you understand the dynamic of how it will look
and boundaries.
If you, okay,
and me